All right, welcome in, everybody. It's going to be a fantastic show. We're going to love it. I've got to get dressed, get my gloves on. Ready to perform some scientific experiments. I guarantee this is going to be covered in paint by the time we're done. Oh my God, it's all over me. It's on my face already, you guys. Oh, this is gonna be bad. So, welcome to the Paint with Josh show. We're gonna try to get cleaned up just quickly and try not to have too much paint on my lab coat already. Dang, we're just already messing it up. Got it on our face. It's everywhere. It's fine. What? Shit, it's all over me. It's all over me, guys. So, welcome to the Paint with Josh show. I am the Einstein. If it's going to paint some space today, it's going to be amazing. Literally going to be amazing. So, we've got our 24 by 24 inch canvas. Perfect square canvas, right? It's a very special canvas because it also comes with remote control. That's right. You can control the lights behind this painting on a remote control. And I'll show you at the end when we're all finished and said and done. And I can't believe there's this much green paint on me already. I mean, what did I expect? So, tell me where you're watching from. What's your favorite element on the periodic table? You must tell me while I try to keep the hair out of my face. All right. This whole thing's gonna be green by the time we get done. Okay, you guys ready to go? So we're taking my 24 by 24 inch canvas, which does come with operable remote control that I can't seem to find right now. It's okay. It's all right. We'll find the remote later on. Now, I've already got my undercolors already prepped and set out, right? We've got our Indian yellow right into here, then a bit of our phthalo green, a bit of our phthalo blue, and phthalo green and phthalo blue all over the place. It's gonna be fantastic. Now, all we need is just a little touch of white. Do you think we'll be able to finish the painting with this much white paint? I don't know, we may need a little bit more, but let me know in the comments. Do you believe that we'll be able to finish this entire canvas with just this much white paint? Yes or no answers only, please, as we get out here and really get crazy, guys. It's about to get crazy, boy. I almost forgot the mustache, which definitely is not going to stay on the entire. It's already coming off. Not going to stay on the entire time, but we tried, right? Now let's take our white paint, and it's going to interact with all of these colors out here on our canvas, right? It's going to be fantastic as we get in here and literally start making a circle, and then we're going to touch the canvas and make it bigger than that black circle right there. All right, that's our black hole, our gargantua. And all we need to do is brighten up the color just a little bit around the edge of it, right? Take our oils right over that acrylic around the edge of the black hole. Literally forever. Okay, let's take our white. And again, littlest bit, we don't need much. Let's say we start lighting these guys up just a little thing, right? Just gonna drag over just a little bit. Out in here, a little touch, and we're on to the side, and we're over here, right? And we're gonna take these guys and blend them out with our 1-inch brush. We start to mix it, it's gonna start to get softer, right? We don't wanna really mix it so hard that we take away our shape. That's not our goal. We don't wanna get rid of our shape in here. But you see that? You come around and you can mix it out, and as you come in, you can deposit just a few of those little colors in there, and it kind of ombres it down into looking like everything's getting sucked into the bottom of a black hole. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh my goodness, you guys. So, you let me know where you're watching from. Oh, I got like hair in my eyes, I got hair in my mouth. We got hair all over the place. It's fantastic. Let's get out here. We're going to take our, oh, you know what? We can actually come off of this guy right in here, right? And just start making that our clouds, or at least one section of our clouds, just by depositing the paint that's already on the brush, mushing it, pushing it, rolling through the desert, the darkness. Come down in here and start to mix it. And the more that you push on it, the further and further and further away it's gonna look. It starts to mix in with all of our blues and greens and everything else, right? It looks very far away. And again, the more we push it, the more far away it will be, which is exactly what I want this one to be. Just a little mixed up, soft bit of color back there. Right, now I can add more white paint to our brush, and then we can then come in, again, with just the littlest amount. Haven't added anything right there. Let's come in and start throwing in like some distant clouds. We got our awesome little seascape. So maybe we crisscross up in front of this old galactic cloud back there, and all of a sudden now we're on Miller's planet. And we've got a few little nighttime clouds as we're waiting on our seascape to come in, right? Again, just mushing it and pushing it. That's all science is, man. Try something. See what happens when you push your brush up there and make a giant mess. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate ya. Right? The more that you mix it, the more it's going to look like our further away, darker color, which we don't want. We want it to stay nice and bright and gorgeous, right? Now, you want to see a cool little way to paint just a universe in literally three flicks of the brush. And we're going to paint about 2 billion stars right in here. We're going to deposit our liquid white onto the edge of our palette. 3 flicks. Are you ready? Watch this right here. We're going to drag the brush through the palette, which is going to bend our bristles back and launch them forward, right? So we're going to go 1, bang. Got a galaxy out here already starting. Let's pick another spot. 2 and 3. Right? A whole bunch of stars. You can obviously make it as many as you want. Sometimes you need more than 3 flicks, right? Out there in the night. We're going to try to keep them away from this cloud, right? We don't want any stars inside of our closest clouds. We're going to come back in and mix those guys up just so lightly. They'll literally disappear, go away, right? Look at that. That's cool, guys. That's cool. Now, we've got our ocean, our seascape that we're going to be doing, right? We're going to have some mountains start to come down through here. But here we have this open area, so we need to fill it with a whole nother bit of cloud. Still haven't added any white paint to my palette right here, right? We need to get a little softer little guy. Let's come out like this, down into the darkest parts of our other cloud back here, right? Mushing and pushing and bang, right up in front. So it looks like it's coming down. That guy's off in the distance, right? Just pushing the brush around, depositing a little bit of our paint onto it, right? The way that it's gonna look is all determined by you, right? You get your bright area down to your darkness, and then bang, you hit it with another set of bright, and mix that guy down into its darkness. Right? Now, depending on how much paint you put up there, you could have a whole lot of paint, and it'll really want to grow far. So it's all up to you guys. What do you want it to be? How do you want it to look? Right? You get to choose. The more you mix it down, right, with the same brush, same paint, the more you mix it down, just kind of grabbing it from up here and working it down and depositing and pushing a little harder, you can work that softer little mistiness down in there, guys. Oh, it's fabulous. Just fantastic. Look at this thing. Ooh, you guys. Remember, give me a thumbs up if you're watching over there on YouTube. I just love all of you guys over there on the tube. Now, this is a very special live because we don't normally go live on Thursdays on YouTube, but it just so happened to be a holiday, and Thursdays are my Mondays, so I decided to hit you guys with a Thursday piece of action. So, let me know, what did you guys dress up as for Halloween, or what are you going to dress up as when you go outside? And wouldn't it be awesome if we were playing the piano? Just da 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 da, bang. Oh, you guys kill me. You guys kill me. Those dark separators, that's exactly right. Exactly right. Remember, give me a thumbs up if you're watching over on YouTube. That's all you gotta do. Just one thumbs up, and then you can leave, right? If you happen to get disconnected, you would have already given me a thumbs up, and that's a good thing. Now, let's get out here again with a little touch of our white paint onto our brush, right into here. Very small amount. Again, I haven't even added anything extra at that pile. Right, we'll get out here, and we know our ocean is coming in right here at this blue stripe that we have down here. That's our back piece of water, right? So our mistiness has to be coming in above that bit, and we don't need too much. And again, because we've worked it down from our brightest spot to our darkest spot, right? Back in here, this darker green color, when you pop up a new bit of brightness, boom, it's gonna instantly push that other guy back, right? Let's come in here, grab it, push on it, mix it up. Remember, it's not a cloud, it's just some mist. All we need is a little difference. Perfect, right there. Okay, now we're gonna mix up a little bit of our dark color. Let's be scientists, and we're going to take 33.333, repeating, of course, 33% of the one color, 33.333 repeating, of course, of our second color, and the same amount of our last color. My question to you is, what are these three colors that Einstein is mixing? I can't with this hair, guys. I'm gonna try to do the whole live with the hair. I don't know if we're gonna get there. I don't know if we're gonna make it. Already got phthalo green all over my white lab coat. It's amazing. It's amazing, you guys. So, what are those three colors that we like to mix up? Remember to share this live. Get it out there. We like mixing up our black, crimson, and blue, or blue, black, and crimson, or whatever three ways you want to put it together. And we mix it up into this very deep, dark, purplish, blackish color that we call Paint with Josh Plaque, right? It's a very deep, dark color. Now, we need to take that deep, dark color and brighten it up just a little touch. We're gonna take a small amount of white, maybe one little 15% pile of our plaque, and mix those guys up together so they become this lighter color, right? We're gonna take that lighter color and we're gonna come out here and start dropping down bits of some faraway land that might be living way back there. And you only need a little bit of it, right? Just a little touch of it, because we're gonna take our brush, we're gonna push it back, right? And if it's too much the same color, you're gonna lose it, which is okay, right? You could lose it back there, you might see it, you might not. It's all depending on whoever's eyeballs are looking at it, right? Some people are gonna look at something, they're gonna see one thing, they're gonna look at something and see the other thing. You're gonna look at me and go, man, that guy is dressed as Albert Einstein. Or you're gonna look at me and go, is that the doctor from Back to the Future? Is he living in he's in the Old West, but he's alive. Right? Everyone's gonna think something different each time you paint something. So, don't worry about it. Let them figure out what it is, right? We're gonna come in here and get our plaque mix. Scrape this guy up. Now, our plaque is decidedly darker than our other color that we just put out there, right? So we're gonna come a little bit higher. We're gonna drop down right into, and dropping right through that bit. So even if you can't see it, he's out there in the night. You leave a little space of sort of a light separator this time, right? We've got our, always talk about our dark separators, but this time we're gonna leave a light separator. Try to get this hair out of our painting right there. And that way we'll know how to separate those two little mountain cliffs, right? Again, taking our darkness and sliding it backwards, pulling it away from the edge. This guy very lightly down to the base of our water, right? So now we've got a little bit of lighter color, a little bit of mist. Now we've got our next darker piece of land that's come out into our guy, right? Come up into here. Little touches, little bits, not too much, not too terrible, not too crazy of a thing, because you don't want to have too much paint on the canvas, right? And if you've got too much paint on the canvas, then no way, did it sell? Who got this one, you guys? Hey, I just got a message. Now, thank you, Lirio Jr. Fernandez. I appreciate you. Who grabbed this one up? That's my question. Somebody just bought it, apparently. So now you got to come forth and tell us who you are as I come and grab some of this lighter color, mix it up into, right? You can go past your horizon of your mountains, maybe. And that just looks so stinking cool right there that maybe, right, we'll brighten it up and it'll eventually get caught up into the clouds, right? We don't want those two guys to connect, though. All we need is a little bit. We'll come back in here and push it and mix it until it looks right? Don't want it to be too bright all of a sudden. Get out here, now maybe that guy's turning into a cloud in the sky, or the clouds are wrapping their way down around the little mountains, guys, right? All little things you can do every time you do it. You can do it differently. Each single time it's done, you can do it differently. Now, who grabbed this one? Airy did? No way! Airy, fairy, fay, long time, no purchaser right here, guys. So, Airy Fairy gets to come up with the title of the painting. She might need help from you. You're gonna have to figure it out, right? We're gonna come in here, scrape up a little bit more of our darkness, and come into our next little cloud. Maybe we'll pop up a little bit higher, right? So we had our first guy a little lower, next guy's a little higher, this guy's a little higher up again, so we can drop down into the mistiness, right? We'll bring a little bit more of that land back over here, just by mushing and pushing right? What is it gonna do if we do this, right? That's what Einstein looked at. What's gonna happen if I go like this? What would it be like if we were traveling at the speed of light? You know what I mean? Like, that's just things you gotta try. You gotta do stuff. You gotta pull down, you gotta put a whole bunch of darkness out there. Start throwing in just pockets of land. Isn't that amazing? Just literally so cool. Let's get over here. Let's take a little bit, just a soft little bit of our lighter color, just to add a little touch of highlight. And what I'm talking about, a little bit, right? Because too much is gonna look too bright. And we don't need it to be so bright. Just a little softer. A little softer, guys. There we go. A couple little details out there, right? Just using the smallest touch off of our brush. Thank you. Someone, Keith, my man, just said, this is beautiful AF. I appreciate that, Keith. I appreciate you, my guy. All right, take this guy down here. Again, anytime we're down around the water, especially on the Oregon coast or on some crazy planet, there might be some fogginess and some mistiness, right? So you gotta toss it in there before you start adding all of your other things, right? The waves just crashing, and crashing, and crashing. Take this guy and slide him out with our brush. Pulling it off, kind of softening our paint now, letting it gradiently get darker and darker and darker. Stretching it up. Bang. Now all of a sudden, you've got a whole nother piece of land in between here and there, right? Now let's start throwing in some backwater ocean. The ocean, right? Again, very small bit of white. We haven't even added anything. The paint pile is flat. Little teeny tiny amount. And let's come out here and let's take this first little guy. I'm just gonna make almost a straight line straight off in the distance, okay? Now above that straight line, we're gonna work back just a little bit, right? Each time you go backwards, each time you're trying to go up or go backwards, go up. Right? Go up, go up, go up. Don't try to go like this and then go down. It makes like a waterfall type of a thing that you may not like. Right? Just like that. A little bit of our water out here. Boom, 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 boom. Little piece, right? Little things. Out here with our white, a little bit more of our white. Let's come back a little further. There we go. Right? Start dropping it down. Let it roll in. Roll out, right? Or whatever that song is. Scraping on it real hard now. You see how I'm pushing the blade into the canvas so I can pick up whatever's there and just kind of scoot it back. That's all we're trying to do. Scoot it back without having these hairs tickle my nose. All this show. Oh man, what a fun day Halloween is. All Hallows Eve. Right, we're gonna come out a little bit, pull it back. We're gonna come out a little bit, we're gonna pull it back. Little things, right? We're gonna change the shape of our waves, and not everywhere has to be just perfect, right? Come down there, come over here, scrapey, scrapey, scrapies. See if we can get any of our diamonds to fall off. What are those diamonds, Josh? Well, it's basically having the smallest amount of paint you can actually get on the paint, your knife, and then just dragging across so lightly that you deposit this grazing, right? Just like a little grazing of stuff. It's gonna pick up in the smallest places, in the high points, in the low points on our canvas, right? Have you ever really looked at the canvas like a scientist would? No? You haven't? Knew one wasn't connected. So, you've never looked? There's like little dips and valleys, a billion of them, all in this thing, right? Even if you tried to count them all, you wouldn't get bigger than the size of a penny before you count 100. There's a ton in there, okay? So each time that we're dragging across, the paint is coming off of the knife and kind of picking up on those high spots and low spots. Dragging and dragging and dragging and dragging, right? Just the littlest bit, because we're not trying to cover the entire surface. We don't want everything to be so bright that we've lost all the pieces of our dark canvas in there, right? That's the thing. You don't want to have it so crazy that it's going to be so bright that you lose every bit of darkness. You got to keep those dark areas back there. Oh, it's fabulous. That's fabulous. Okay, let's get in here. Grab a little bit more of that white. I told you. Did you guess yes or no? When answering, do you think we'll have enough of that white to go, right? Did you answer me yes or no? That's all I want to know. Let's come down here and pop out a little bit more. come down, right? Starts looking a little weird until you start sliding everything back towards your water, right? Even all messily and crazily, little things, right? It's all we're looking for. Little stuffs that are sliding back, lighting up in certain places and not in other places, right? We don't want everything to look the same. So if you come out and give me, you send me your photo and it looks all exactly the same, Paint with Josh is not, Paint with Albert Einstein is not going to be impressed, okay? We want it to all look different. Brightness, darkness, stuff everywhere, right? Little stuffs. There's stuff here and there's stuff there, and it starts filling in and gets almost all the way back to our little piece of our next wave, right? Not everything. Oh, guys, we are running out of paint. But just to show you, you can do a canvas this size with the smallest amount of white that you didn't even think was possible, right? Little wiggle. Remember, never try to make them just so straight. Now watch this. See, we had more paint on the knife, so they became brighter right here. Because it's just like dropping them onto a mountain. But when we're doing our mountains, we've got so much paint on the knife, right? And when we're doing our ocean scenes, there's practically nothing. There's nothing out here. No paint at all. All right, we come out here, we come over there, scraping and scraping and shaking and moving. Moving and shaking, all right? Out here, let's see, just brighten this guy up just a little touch more. There we go, get our little diamonds out there. All right, just throwing it back, being crazy, being funky. That's all we gotta do. Now, I believe that we are out of all of the white paint. So if you said that that pile was good enough, I don't know. I mean, let me see. Let me get a fresh brush so we don't contaminate anything, right? We'll get in here and try to grab the last piece of that white that we can possibly get. Let's come underneath our sand, about 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? A little bit. Right? Drop it on. Pulling it straight down, straight down, straight down, straight down. We don't want to put on too much, so don't do too much right here. A little bit. Doesn't even need to go all the way down. You want to know why? Because we're going to extend it with our other brush, right? So, you guys that have always asked me to teach you how to paint sand, let me ask you a question. You got to be honest with old Albert Einstein. I'll know. I'm such a genius that I will know if you are not being honest with me, right? So, does this look like sand to you? Yes or no? That's all you have to say. Just one word answers only, please. Yeses or the no. We're going for the yes or the no's. All right, we got a lot of no's. Oh, you guys hurt my feelings. Oh, man. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You can't hurt my feelings. You can't hurt my feelings. I'm up here dressed as Albert Einstein, spitting out hairs. Not, you know what I meant. You know what I was going to say. In any case, for you guys, all for you, right? Okay, so we took our white that's up here. You guys are telling me it doesn't look like sand. That's okay. Albert Einstein's here to tell you 3 things to make that look like sand, right? Number 1, we're going to take it and we're going to push it down a lot more and a lot more times with a lot more pressure, right? Push it down like that. Drop it in, drop it in, drop it in, drop it in. Go underneath. Boom, 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 boom. Just because we've got less doesn't mean we have to hit it less times. Doing it all the same, right? Now, doesn't that look more like sand? Be honest. Be honest. Or Albert Einstein will know. God damn it. All these hairs, bro. I'm not used to this. We got not yet. Over here, we got over there. Yeah, I know, Addresses Max Watch. Tell me about it. Sorry, I had to plug you guys in. Otherwise, the phone was going to go nonsense ways. Right? So, seeing a lot of no's. That's perfect. I told you we had to do 3 things, and we've only done 1 thing. So, we need to do 2 more, right? Now, do we need to pull away from our waves towards the land first? Or do we need to slide back towards the waves and then first, right? Which one? You guys let me know. I'm going to take the very last bit of our white paint. If we can, just toss a few little details on this guy. Just dragging it down, just like I would with my palette knife, but we're just using the white that's on the brush. A little bit of white, a little thing over here. Maybe it's got like a thing like that. Just by wiggling it back and forth, right? Little places where we can't see every bit. of every place. Right? It's got a couple holes back in there, just like that, guys, right? The cooler things you do, the cooler things you do. So, answer me my question, which I've forgotten about already. Again, more mist. Gotta have that mistiness back there. So, what was the question that I asked you? And then, what is your answer? Albert Einstein knows a lot, right? But he forgets questions easily. There we go. Very cool, guys. Oh, I asked you which way, right? Away. Oh, is he Rick? Yes! Rick from Rick and Morty. No, we're Albert Einstein. We're messing with time and space right now. Okay, let's take our brush and we're gonna pull it away from the waves first, right? Pulling directly away from the waves is going to make it look more sandy. Doesn't that look a little bit more shandy than it was before? So we're gonna pull it away, pull it away, pull it away. And that's only step 2, right? We've done 2 out of the 3 steps. Now the final step is to suck all this color back towards our little waves, leaving the very smallest of little dark separators that we like to call them in there, right? This very small little darkness that's back in there. The bigger your darkness, the higher your wave's gonna look. It's gonna look like it's got more depth, right? It's got a real big dark separator, it's real tall. It's got a little guy, then it's just sitting real low on the horizon, right? And they're right up underneath there. Over here, over there. Man, that's a cool looking beach. Holy shaving cream, you guys. I can't believe I got green paint on the lab coat before we even started. Before we even started, you guys. Okay, so we got our colors, we got our mountains, we got our mist, we got the clouds flowing in, we got the ocean coming in. Now, what's the last thing that we gotta do? What would you do? Oh, by the way, does this look more like sand now than it did before? Be honest. Be honest. Just be honest. Yeah, that's a cool looking little bit of waves, guys. Waterfalls to sand, exactly. It's crazy, you guys. It's crazy. All right, now let's get our little bit of our liquid white. No more of our titanium white, right? Because we have the last little touch of our titanium white right down there. It's still there. It's still sticky. So let's get a little of our liquid white, which is a much more runny paint made by the Bob Ross Corporation. It's a mixture of odorless mineral spirits. You got 50% mineral spirits, 50% titanium white will make a runny titanium white, which is your liquid white. All right, let's come in here with our liquid white. Let's go just right up underneath. Not everywhere's got to be perfect, right? Up underneath each one. You don't even want to drop down too much paint, right? If you do drop down too much paint, that's okay. That's okay. No worries, right? Say we added a bit too much. Like, oh shit. Now what are we gonna do? We put on too much paint. You can always go back in. That liquid white, it'll help blend it out a lot faster, right? Pull down, slide it back up underneath your waves again. And that liquid white will make that wet look as well, right? So, doesn't all have to be the same amount of wetness or dryness or whatever, right? Nothing all has to be exactly the same. We just like to have a few little bits out there. Now I'm gonna come in again. Very small amount of my liquid white out here. And let's start dropping in this little backwards guy right here. A little bit of our foam, our wetness. Right? Doesn't have to go all the way to the edge. You can make it like a big S shape like that. Not everywhere is all going to be sucking back all at the same time. And again, now that we've got nothing on our knife, there they are. There's those little hidden diamonds, right? When you have literally no paint. You're like, I can't do any more of this. I've scraped in as much as I could possibly do of all of this, right? So it's taking it away. Then you get the diamonds. The diamonds are forever. Right? You want them to go back and kiss your bit of wave? That's fine. Let it happen, man. You're the one out here deciding what we get to see, right? Obviously, we don't want everything to be so bright. We definitely don't want this to be as bright as this, so we're trying to use much less paint, right? And we're trying to do it, we're doing it multiple times because we don't have any paint on the knife. It may take you a few tries to get it down, right? It took me a few tries. It took me 5 years to figure this out. Just a couple little, oh my goodness! Eureka! This year, Christmas will be ours! No? Nobody? Oh, man alive. Okay, so you guys are going to have to start coming up with a title for this painting because Ari purchased it, right? She gets to come up, she gets to choose the title. But a lot of times it's overwhelming to name such a gorgeous painting, right? So she's gonna need your help. Thank you over there on YouTube. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Daniel, you're the man. They're giving me just giving me gifts over there on YouTube. It never happens. I love you guys. Is it because of the costume? I'll wear this shit every day. I will do it. I will do it. Don't tempt me. Is it because of the costume? That's what it is. I'm guaranteeing it, right? So you guys are gonna have to start coming up with a title for Aries' painting. She may already have a title in her brain, right? She's like, you know what? I don't need your guys' help this time. I got it. We're good. No need, right? Or she may need your help. So start coming up with a title, and I'm gonna drop on just a few more little bits of these little diamonds. Oh, I just love them. I just love them. Love them, love them, love them. Extend out a bit more, fix this angle right here. There we go. That's the bit. Right? Sometimes your projection doesn't go far enough, or it doesn't go far enough in the correct way or the correct line. Right? Let it get out here. Why not? Why not, Joshy? Let it get all crazy. It doesn't have to be. Right? Watch this. Check this out. It doesn't have to just flow along that certain thing. There's all sorts of little pockets and little differences and little stuffs out there in the distance. In the night. Ooh, guys. A couple more little diamonds. Dang, if we can get any on our beach over here. Right? And then whatever you don't like, you literally blend away, guys. Honestly. It's so simple. Yep. Guarantee. I knew I got more paint on my on my lab coat. Taking these last little guys away because I didn't like how they looked. Right? But that water right there, guys, is just epic. Now, if it's looking a little bit too flat for you, you get out here with your plaque, you fold it all the way down, pushing it all the way out, right? You guys are amazing. I appreciate you guys so much. Everybody over on YouTube, you guys are amazing, man. Okay, so we pull it out all the way flat, right? Take a teeny tiny little bit, and if you can get just a smallest little bit of darkness underneath some of these bigger, brighter bits of our foam, it's gonna make them look like they've got a little lift. There's a little dent in the sand. There's something right underneath there. And it doesn't have to be as dark, right? It doesn't have to stay that dark. We can go back over it and brighten it back up. Each time, leaving that little, small, little dark separator in there, just to help raise it up just a little bit, right? Just a little touch. That's all we need. One little piece of brightness here and there and everywhere. Man. Oh man, that's cool. That is cool, guys. That's cool. Oh, it's such a light scraping. Just a scrapaging. You're back and forth, and you're back and forth, and you're back and forth. Oh, I like that. I don't hate it, right? It's supposed to be odd. So, let's make it odd. Pretty cool. That's pretty cool. The only thing about it is the battery pack back here is causing some straight lines that I don't necessarily want. There we go. Oh, perfect. You're like, what battery pack? Ho, ho, ho. Where's my remote? What did I do with that stupid thing? Hang on. You guys start coming up with a title for Aries painting. I gotta find the remote control that I thought I had somewhere nearby. Hey guys, alright, where's my remote? There's only a few spaces here in the apartment to where it could be placed. And I don't see the remote. What in the... Dude! I will find it, guys. You just wait. You just wait. It's gonna be worth it, I swear. So you guys come up with a title for Aries painting. All right, tell me what you think the title should be, and then we're gonna title it, and I'm gonna show you that it literally glows at night. Oh, I found it. It was under the hat. You guys, so just for a second, I'm going to have to turn off the lights. Okay, so your screen's gonna go very dark. And then we're gonna turn on the painting, basically, and it's going to emit all this light, but I have to make it dark first, okay? So You guys come up with a title. I'm going to put this over here and try to keep all the paint from getting on me. Okay. We're going to take out the backlighting. Right? Oh, it's about to get dark, guys. It's going to get dark. Are you ready? There goes one light. Here goes the last one. Okay, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Oop, I need to kill one more light. One more light. Now it's dark, right? Let's see what this painting is going to look like. Ooh, Nelly, look at it. Oh, it literally projects all that light back behind the canvas, which is going to look so much better when you've got some wall back there, right? Like I've got a fair amount of distance between my wall and the actual thing, so you're not really catching all that light. But right back here, you can see the brightness of it. Ooh, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be neat. Yeah, check this out. Do it like this. Zip. You can see all the light will be bouncing off of the wall back there. It's gonna look so neat. Oh, it's gonna be cool. So, Harry, do we have a title for your remote controlled painting, which I'm now gonna turn off and put this back in the bag so I don't... Where's the bag? Guys, the bag? Do we lose the bag already now? Oh, found it. I'm all over the place, you guys. So, it'll come with your remote control, which has the, your instructions on the remote, which have all the functionalities of all of the remote control buttons for you. So, what do we got for a title for our wicked cool painting, you guys? Don't forget about the second planet that's up there, right? Plug these guys back in just so it looks all good again. There we go. Man, you guys know what it takes to put together a good show for you every time? Woo! That's a fine looking painting, you guys. That's a fine looking painting. And a fine looking stain on my thing. Ooh, Hesida Haunts. Because it's a Hesida Beach painting, right, from the Oregon coast. Ooh, actually, oh, you guys are gonna get to see the behind the scenes. Are you ready? Hang on, I gotta make sure nothing has come undone. Everything looks golden. Perfect. Okay, here we go. This is what it looks like from behind. Now, I took a bit of our LED lights, right, that I got off of Amazon, and comes with a battery pack, right? So, you're going to regularly need to change the batteries. It'll pop off like this. It'll open up. You can see it has a button with it, so you can use this as a switch. You can literally hang it against the wall by your painting and walk by and click the button to go on and off, right? Now, it's got 12 settings, so thought it was going to turn off at the end. You can use it manually. I suggest using it with the remote control. So let me get this guy turned back off because I'm sure that light going into the camera is really messing with the deal. There we go. Got it off. Now you're going to have to replace the batteries every so often. Depends on how often you run it, right? I've got a little clip here and a little screw here to keep it from falling out. But in shipping, you may notice that the battery pack has come out from behind it. It's all good. Just toss it back in there. This one. Boom, number 1540. And it was called, wait, what is it called? Yeah, that's what I thought. There we go. Perfect. Painted on All Hallows Eve 2023. And we're all going to go to paintwithjosh.com because it's the best of all websites. All right, except for YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and all that. Paintwithjosh.com is definitely number top 5. Top 5, guys. Look at this. Dun, dun, dun. Now, I've already installed the cable with our screws and the cable back there, so it's just a one screw or a one nail kind of a hanging apparatus. Really came out amazing. I like how it looks, but my lab coat does not appreciate how dirty it has become. And to anybody who answered the very first question of the show, which it was, do you think we have enough white paint on the palette, which was minimal to do the entire painting? If you answered correct, if you answered yes, then you answered correct, because we did have just enough to make it work. Let's get out here and throw these guys right there. Just caw-caw through the night. Flying over the bay. Let's put it over. Ooh, do we put it in the ocean or do we put it on the sand? Let's go on this side. Just because, what do I always say? It's all about where the focal point is. That's where you want to sign, that side anyway. Because if you're ever making your canvas prints, your poster prints, you may have to cut off your signature if it's way over here and your print only allows for this, right? You want to save the best part. Don't put it all the way over to the side on the edge where you're not going to use it. All right. We've come up with the title. Now let's get out the spinny winny wheel. Boom. And stop spitting out all these hair. These hairs that are coming off of my wig. Just so happen to feel like hairs. You guys know what I mean. In any case, let's get the spinny winny wheel. Yes. Oh, Cindy Reed. Let me talk to you in a minute, Cindy. Don't leave. Don't leave. Because we're going to talk about some laws of physics, Cindy. Cindy, yeah, don't leave me, Cindy. I want to have a conversation with you real quick. Don't worry. Einstein's not mad. It's fine. Right, but let me show all the people over on YouTube what happens when you purchase a painting during the live show. All right, spin my TikTokers around over here. There we go. There we go. Now, we bring out the spinny winny wheel. Whatever it lands on, that's what you win if you buy a painting, normally the one that's for sale, during the live show. So, starting on the wheel, here it goes for Airy. What do we do? Oh, a paint with Josh, coffee mug or tea, whatever is your pleasure, the coffee or tea mug. So if we could get that on the list for Airy, that would be fantastic. Appreciate all my mods over there. Look like I got shocked. Like, okay, so you guys have been amazing as always. So where was Cindy? Was it Cindy? Cindy, did I write? Do you think I wrote 2023 instead of 2024? Look, Cindy. Oh, I might have said it, right? I might have said 2023 instead of 2024. But as you can see, we wrote 2024. It's all Murphy's Law, right? We're here to talk about laws of physics and laws of other stuff like Murphy's Law, right? You know Murphy's Law, Cindy, right? Here to learn. Cool. So, Cindy, you obviously know Murphy's Law, which is that law that says whatever can go wrong will go wrong, or whatever will happen or can happen will happen, right? Everyone knows that law. Like if you're carrying in your groceries, the bag's not going to break in the car and it's not going to break in the house. It's going to break somewhere in between, right? Because that's Murphy's Law. Like it's just going to go down like that. Right? Cindy, you know Murphy's Law, right? Well, I sit here and play with my hair, just green off my chin from earlier. Just instantly aged today. Just crazily, right at the beginning of the show, just paint everywhere. So, Cindy, are you still with us? Cindy, don't leave us, Cindy! Not in the Einstein costume. So, Murphy's Law, guys, you know, I know. It's all about it. Fabulous, right? Whatever can happen will happen. That's Murphy's Law. So, if Cindy is still here, Cindy, I'm trying to mentally, are you still here, Cindy? My brain was like Einstein's. It's fabulous. She's here. Okay, so I'm trying to talk to you, Cindy. I need you to respond, right? So you know of Murphy's Law, right? Whatever can happen will happen. If my bags are going to break with my groceries, probably not going to be in the car, probably not going to be in the house. It's going to be somewhere in between because that's going to be a bigger pain in the butt, right? Right? Cindy? Yes? So you know of Murphy's Law, but have you ever heard of this law written by this guy named Cole? Also wrote a law kind of similar to Murphy's. It's like one sentence. And if you haven't, I can explain it to you very simply and very easily. We just got to know if you have heard of Cole's, law, like Murphy's Law, right? If you have heard of it, that's okay. If not, I can tell you what it is, right? Let Einstein explain some stuff to you. It's going to be fantastic. We're there. Come on, guys. Come on. So, no, you're listening. Okay, so you've never, really? You've never heard of Cole's Law? The stash fell off, by the way. You've never heard of Cole's Law? Never? It's like, hang on. Haha. It's like mayonnaise and cabbage and carrots and other stuff you can get at your local backyard barbecue. The grocery store, KFC has Cole's Law. You never heard of Cole's Law? I figured everybody knew of Cole's Law. Well, you learn something new every day here on hang on. Well, you learn something new every day from Paint with Josh here on the Einstein Painting Show. So, didn't really work as well, but Cole's Law, baby, that's it. We got him. If I got you, raise your hand, right? If you were playing along, if you were listening in, and you were like, okay, I know Murphy's Law, but I don't know Cole's Law, and I got you. Raise your hand. I'm looking at you over there on YouTube. Raise your hand if I got you with the Cole's Law bit. Because if I did, you have to, by law, by its Paint with Josh law, you have to go to paintwithjosh.com and get the Cole's Law t-shirt. I have 2 different styles available. So just go over there, type in slaw, and it'll pull up those 2 shirts, right? So beyond that, this one came out amazing. We signed it, we named it, we Albert Einsteined it. Guys, it's fantastic. So I want to say goodbye to the crew over there on YouTube. I love you guys. I can't wait to come back and do it again tomorrow for you on Friday, right? We normally don't stream on Thursdays, but it was Halloween, so we had to. But beyond that, can't wait to see you guys again next time. And until I see you then, take care. Have the rest of a good day and blah, blah, boom. Guys, I gotta get on the other side of the camera over here. Bye.